Rihanna.
What?
I think they're both very different. I think that they're the Michael Jackson and Prince of this era.
Yeah,
So I
Thank
think
you.
both of them are at the top in their own right. Rihanna has better, more timeless music that's going to last forever. But Beyonce is an amazing.
Woo!
So that in itself, I think Beyonce could have gave me a, you know what I mean? Like there should be a little love there. Yvette, no, I got the receipts. I got them. Now, if I get that message to Beyonce,
Yes,
I
she
could
needs
get
to
it
know.
to be. I'm connected. I could get the best.
One might think Jason Lee is very busy, but that doesn't stop him from bringing up one of the most recent controversial statements and threatening to blackmail Beyonce with what he called a huge piece of evidence. What does he mean? Stick around as we dive deep into this latest bombshell. Hollywood Unlocked founder and CEO Jason Lee appeared on a podcast on December 1st to express disappointment in not being invited to the premiere of Renaissance, a documentary film by Beyonce. Beyonce has been making headlines after her latest Renaissance tour brought in over $500 million in revenue. The singer received immense praise for shining a light on black performers and inviting several black artists to the premiere of her documentary. However, Jason Lee did not seem to be appreciative of the Break My Soul singer. While speaking about the Renaissance documentary and its red carpet premieres, Jason expressed that more black journalists should have been invited to the event. I think optically, when you don't include other black leaders in the culture in the fold, Take Me Out of It, The Breakfast Club, you should have honored and brought more black people in because Beyonce has such a huge voice. The gossip blogger did not just stop at taking a jab at Beyonce for not having a better guest list. He went on to compare her to Rihanna, saying that the Fenty Beauty founder's relationship with culture was better. I think Rihanna is more relatable to people because her pulse is on the culture. She knows what's happening. She knows the people who are moving the culture, he said. Jason Lee went on to claim that he deserved to be invited to the film premiere because he bought tickets worth $40,000 to 3 different Renaissance concerts. Apart from that, he claimed that there were other ways he showed support for the Halo singer, but the singer failed to acknowledge him. He alluded to having more information about the singer, but chose to keep them hidden, hinting at what the repercussions might be for Beyonce's fans. He hinted on the co-host podcast that he held a secret related to the diva singer covering her face with a piece of paper while doing so with the audio censored. This left the other co-hosts shocked. After ranting about what the pop star did wrong, he claimed they were friends, which came as a surprise. We're friends in the game. Can you imagine if I put that on Hollywood Unlocked? So that in itself, Beyonce could have given me, feel like there should be a little love there. Jason added that Beyonce's longtime publicist, Yvette Noel-Schure, was also aware of how he always supported the star. The 46-year-old media personality, who is currently running for city council in his hometown of Stockton, California, emphasized Yvette was aware of his support, even if the Renaissance singer wasn't. Yvette knows. I still have the receipts. Yvette knows I got the receipts. I got them, he said about the ticket fee he paid. That was where things started getting interesting. With accrued evidence on the singer, he hoped to book Kelly Rowland, Beyonce's best friend, on his show. And if that doesn't happen, then he will take to blackmailing the singer as he would be compelled to reveal her so-called secrets. I'm trying to book Kelly Rowland right now. Now, if I don't get Kelly Rowland because I say this about then, it's going to be a problem. Then I'm putting out receipts. The receipts I just told you all about, then I'll pull those out. Jason was not just talking about the receipts he received from paying $40,000, but some key information that may shatter the internet if revealed. After this podcast clip went viral, amassing over 4 million views across social media platforms, internet users relentlessly trolled Lee. One user wrote, "I'm crying. Jason thinks he is Beyonce's friend?" Another wrote, "That man was in his feelings because he spent $40,000 on Beyonce tickets and wasn't invited to the Renaissance premiere. Jason Lee, the clown that you are." Many believe that he was just trying to get Beyonce's attention. And since it is less likely he was friends with Beyonce, he is less privy to any damning secrets. Others brought up a past interaction between the duo, saying, "Isn't this the same guy she was avoiding at the Roc Nation's brunch? That is the closest he is ever going to get to her. And now he just lost his invitation to the next one. Another posted. He said if he doesn't book Kelly, he's going to blackmail Beyonce, like Kelly don't ride for her sister. I think Jason Lee forgets the last time he and Beyonce crossed paths. Jason is now blackmailing Beyonce for a Kelly Rowland interview? That's exactly why she ran away from him at the Rock Nation brunch. According to Lee, he was with his friend Umar, who owns the fast fashion brand Pretty Little Things, at the party in March 2023. He wanted to leave early and was walking out with Umar when he saw Julius, Beyonce's security guard. Thanks to basic deduction, the gossip blogger realized that the singles lady hitmaker had to be in the area and decided to head back inside in hopes of catching her. Lee saw Beyonce looking his way, whispering the name of his media brand to her team, if that's true. I know she knew who I was, so I ran around like a kid to the other side to try and catch her and get a photo with her, Lee recalled.
I'm not a thirsty person, except for when it comes to Beyonce. I'm going to get to that.
He said that he asked his friend, Indian Teddy Bear, to film the interaction before he went to meet her. According to Lee, the original clip wasn't that bad, and it only turned out that way after undergoing edits by another artist who made it appear as though Beyonce avoided him. Although that was his claim, online users aren't confident about that. However, this did not stop fans from wondering what Lee might know about Beyonce. YouTuber Murad Murali seems to come up with an answer, that it might be evidence about Beyonce or Jay-Z cheating on each other. However, no information has been heard from either party involved. No one from Beyonce's party has responded to this yet, and Solange, who is always on the lookout for her sister, ought to have responded to the issue if there was any truth in it. Still, some think Jason probably possesses the receipt of Jay-Z mistreating his wife. This ought to be waved away since it isn't the first time, but the rumor got worse when Beyonce's former bodyguard, Uncle Ron, dropped some huge allegations against Jay-Z. According to Ron, Jay got Beyonce hooked on nose candy so that he could control her. Ron, who has photographic evidence, he did used to work for the Carters, accused Jay of being obsessed with controlling the former Destiny's Child leader and that their marriage was only a business transaction. He ended the video with a threat to Jay saying, "Just how I know you got started. I can put my foot down and make it all go away."
On me. I dare you. I dare you. Remember, all the receipts, all the proof, the old school.
This was also confirmed by culture commentator Jaguar Wright, who summoned courage to call Jay-Z a monster who liked to control Beyonce.
Figure out how to pay me off to shut me up because they think money gonna shut me up, and money ain't.
Wright said Jay-Z was always a monster, and that she had known him for years and waited for him to grow a conscience. She claimed he continued to use underhanded ways to keep Beyonce around. As you can see, Jason Lee has reopened a whole can of worms with his threat, which made lots of people want to know what it's all about. That's why Lee has to be careful, because it seems he had forgotten about Beyonce's husband. According to Ron, Jay ended the career of Carrie Hilson because of her beef with Beyonce and tossed aside Freeway and Beanie Siegel when he was done using them for bars. So Jason needs to be careful since beefing up with Beyonce might result in something else. On the other side of the story, Jason isn't someone who can fully be trusted because he pulls antics like this all the time when things aren't going his way. Just a few days ago, he dragged Jennifer Hudson, calling her illiterate. The Love and Hip Hop Hollywood alum was a guest host on The Breakfast Club when he delved into Jeannie Mai's interview on The Jennifer Hudson Show about life amid an unexpected divorce from Jeezy. That's where you go when you want to get your word across, I guess. We all know Jennifer Hudson's illiterate, Lee snidely remarked. That's exactly who Jason is, calling an EGOT winner illiterate just because Jeannie didn't meet him for the interview. How are we to believe he has a huge spook indeed, or was he just trying to pull a stunt? We are at the crossroads right now. Jason's claim of possessing huge evidence while Beyonce didn't even respond once to the allegation. Would Lee reveal the spook if Kelly Rowland fails to come to his show? We'll have to watch as things unfold. Do you believe Lee on this? Let us know your opinion in the comments section. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel. Subscribe.